Houston Real Estate Radio starts right now.
Welcome back. You are listening to Houston Real Estate Radio. We are actually recording our show today from the Sunbelt Builders Show out in San Antonio, Texas. And we've had a lot of great vendors on talking about their products, different things coming to the market, different changes coming. We're always seeing changes. When you're home building, you've always got custom designs and things that change. So right now I've got Brian Stowall with me. He is the president of Crown Point Cabinetry. Tell me, Brian, what brought you to the show today? You have some great products to put out there, huh?
Well, I appreciate that, Shannon. Thank you for this opportunity. We're custom cabinet makers, and we're the only custom cabinet maker in the United States that sells direct on a national and international scale. So it doesn't matter to us where the job is. It doesn't matter if it's in Houston, Texas, or Boston, Massachusetts. We've got a program where we sell everything direct, and we thought this would be a great opportunity to get more of a foothold in this market.
Now tell me about your product, because there are so many different people who make cabinetry. Tell me what sets your product above and beyond so many of the local people who will just build them and sell them in retail.
Well, there are a couple of different ways to get cabinetry. One is to go to a cabinet showroom, whether it's a Home Depot or a kitchen showroom, and the other way is there's always the local guy, if you will, a millwork shop. And because we deal with the upper end of the market, we compete more with the millwork shops, and there are a lot of very talented millwork shops across the country. But we've got capabilities that they don't have based on our size. We're not a giant company, but we've got a 100,000 square foot facility, and I've got 90 very dedicated craftspeople that work out of that facility. And because of the size of our facility, we're able to employ some technologies, some CNC machines to get some exact tolerances. You still need, you got to have talented craftspeople, but without some of that machinery, you're not going to get the fit and finish that you want. The other thing that we can do is we can oven bake our finishes if you're dealing with a stain or a natural. And when Dad started the business in the garage 35 years ago, we had a Sears table saw, a Sears radial arm saw, a Sears belt sander, and a Sears drill, literally. Now, if you took a look through our facility, and we've got a video of the shop tour on our website.
Let's give your website real quick. Our listeners right now, a lot of them are right there in front of their computer. You can log on at www.crown-point.com. It's CROWN-POINT.com. crownpoint.com.
That's us.
So check it out. So as you're listening to Brian talk about this cabinetry, because it just sounds beautiful. I mean, you can imagine it, but take a look at it so you can see it as well.
No, I appreciate that. Because we deal with the upper end of the market, we'll do some very special styles. I've got a product designer. Not only do I have 18 designers in-house that you would work directly. Because
when you go to a mill shop, you usually have one designer.
Right. We've got 3 teams of 6 designers per team. But not only do you have your own designer and design team that's assigned to your job, we would provide you with finish samples before we build your kitchen. We actually build a replica of one of the cabinets that we will be sending to you so that you can get it and approve of it.
That's a good point to make, because I'm thinking if I go online and pick a style and I kind of build my kitchen online, I'm afraid that the end product, when it comes to be delivered, I'm not going to like it. So what you're saying is, before you ever build it, you build a piece just to give them an idea of exactly, so that you can show them exactly what it's going to look like, and then ship it directly to them so they can open it up and go, this is perfect, this is exactly what I envisioned, or no, I need to make a couple of adjustments, right?
And that's exactly what we did. We used to sell through a dealer network, and they displayed product, and they took responsibility for that. But once we started to sell direct, probably 21, 22 years ago, we learned quickly that we were best off to send a complete finish sample, because we offer so many different woods, finishes, door styles, construction methods, hinges, hardware, where we want people, once they select the different things that they're interested in for their project, we want them to have a physical sample in their hands so they can touch it, feel it, look at it, and love it. And we'll send out, if we send out 100 of them, which of course we send out more than that, but if out of 100 samples, probably 98 of them, people open them up and they're like, oh my God, this is gorgeous, I can't wait. But one or two of them, like you say, they'll say, I guess I want the redder color or the browner color, or I want to change the hardware.
Because maybe they're trying to match it to something else in the house.
Right. So we go to great lengths to make sure that people are not only comfortable with the process, but thrilled when they get to the end. And we've had people tell us on a regular basis, it was easier dealing with you long distance than it was dealing with maybe my appliance dealer down the street or something.
And you build kitchens, you build cabinetry for the living room, study, bookcases, anything, right?
Yeah, we do it all because we're a custom cabinet maker. The average job that we do, cabinets only, $35,000 to $40,000, delivered job site, blanket wrapped. It's delivered to the home, to the project, just like you would deliver antique furniture that you want to protect. Grandma's china cabinet, you would ship it on the same furniture.
So it's completely finished. It just needs to be installed.
That's correct. And we're, once again, because all we do is sell direct, we have a very comprehensive program where when we're working with an end user, as an example, we're providing all of the drawings, all of the details, all the schematics, all the finished samples. It's a very unique program, but it's one that works. It works beautiful.
Well, now what about the measurements? Who's actually coming out to measure, since you may not be in the area where the client is, obviously? So who comes out to measure the house?
Well, when we're dealing with the upper end of the market, you'll have an architect or you have a builder that will provide the measurements. But if we're doing a whole house project, as an example, we just recently went out to Boulder, Colorado, because there were 26 rooms of cabinetry in this particular house. And we actually flew out and spent the week out there meeting with their designer, meeting with the customer, meeting with the builder, because on a project that size, it really merits us being out there face to face, making sure there's no stone that's left unturned.
Right. You don't want any margin for error.
Right. And in that case, we were talking about the different rooms that we do. It's very typical to do a kitchen and a pantry and an island, but likewise, it's also very typical to do all the baths, the built-ins. We've done some special closets. We just did some cedar line closets and antique chestnut faces. It really comes down to
some unique pieces.
Oh, absolutely, and you'll see some of that in our booth.
Fantastic. And tell me about the hinges that you use. There's some interesting stuff out. I've seen the cabinets that have the slow close doors now, and then the soft close, and it really interesting. Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, that's very nice premium hardware that we happen to use, and a lot of the cabinetry that we build is what's called inset cabinetry, and it's the way they built cabinetry, 100 years ago. And your doors and your drawer fronts sit inside the opening of the face frame. It's a flush inset. And when we talked about doing inset cabinetry, I talked to my dad years ago, and I said, I'd like to do inset cabinetry, but the problem is the hinges aren't really adjustable. So my dad, my brother, myself conceived, designed, engineered, and patented the world's only fully adjustable inset hinge system. When you look at it, you think it's just a typical hinge. You say there's nothing special about that. But literally, I could take you over to our booth, and you could get a screwdriver, and you'd be able to adjust it inside the opening within 30 seconds.
Interesting. And you've worked with Bob Villa on some projects?
We did a project with Bob Villa. We've done 2 projects with This Old House. We've done the Country Living House of the Year a couple of times. So we've done some high-profile projects, and very proud of them.
We've got some nice homes in the Houston area, and some of them just need to be remodeled, not necessarily built a new home, but need to do some remodeling. So how do you handle that on the remodeling front, because you don't have a set of blueprints to follow?
Yeah, we do a lot of renovation. Before the market changed, we were probably 75% new construction, 25% in round numbers renovation. After the market changed, up until probably the last year, it was closer to 80% renovation, remodel, and 20% new construction. Now that's changed again. We're doing a lot more new construction, but it's much the same thing because they're on the mid to upper end of the spectrum. You'll have a real quality remodeler, renovator that we'll work closely with, that will provide us with some measurements. There are certain things that we ask for that they may not think of because we've been down the road before. As an example, we tell the clients, don't tell us what size you want for appliance panels, give us the exact model number, and don't even get the information from the dealer for appliance panel sizes. We'll take responsibility for them because we build so many different, like sub-zero appliance panels.
Right.
We say, just give us a model number, we'll take responsibility for them fitting. If they don't fit, we'll leak them, we'll make you new ones. But we basically ask for specific information, and then we take it from there.
Fantastic. Well, I know you've got a beautiful product, and we're so excited to share it here on Houston Real Estate Radio. Tell us again, for those people who are at home right now and want to check you out, give us the website again.
It's www.crown, CROWN, dash is in hyphen, point.com.
Fantastic. Well, we certainly do appreciate you coming on the show, Brian, and sharing you know so much about cabinetry. I mean, so many things to know. You think you go buy cabinets and put them in, but there's a lot to know, right?
Yeah, especially in custom cabinetry.
Yeah. All right. Well, we appreciate it, and we'll be right back here on Houston Real Estate Radio.